Welcome everyone to Fated Worlds: The Eschaton. Uh,
Yeah.
uh,
Ah.
so this
Welcome
is
everyone to
oh,
Fated
and
Worlds:
I'm
The
speaking
Eschaton.
back at myself because always.
No.
Uh,
How long have you
so
been doing this, Brad?
welcome everyone.
Well,
To Fated
okay.
Worlds, I'm
The
so
Eschaton.
yes,
Yes.
over 2 years. But I have an excuse. Well, okay, maybe it's a lame excuse, uh, which is that I fairly recently have started streaming to a couple of sites at once. I'm also on
I see.
Mixer,
I suppose that
and
is a reasonable excuse.
uh, and it has a nasty habit of uh, turning off the volume or resetting the volume settings when you're not looking or at inconvenient times. So, uh, what we're doing today is a Powered by the Apocalypse game that I've been working on for a while. Hack. Uh, and basically, each of the PCs gets is the if not leader, then like most prominent member of an organization. Uh, and the options so far are the citizen who has their own planet. Uh, the committee chair who's like a government functionary, but they have like a ton of they start with a very high reputation and have like a ton of resources. Uh, the composition, which is sort of a hive mind, or they have their minds are connected to a bunch of others by and share like either memories or personality. Uh, the force commander who controls a militant order, whether it's a mercenary group or like a just like a hobbyists in warfare, that sort of thing. Um, and then there's a regional intelligence director that is the local branch of an intelligence agency. Um, Let me see. A couple of things to uh, keep in mind. Uh, One thing that might not be immediately obvious because it's buried in peripheral moves is that uh, if your character dies, it's not at all permanent. It's you just uh, you can essentially immediately be uh, re-sleeved into a new body, but may suffer uh, like a little bit of memory loss. Um,
Yeah, last time I played this game, it seemed to work really well in PvP because of that and
yeah.
other things.
Let's see. Other things that important to know from the outset. Uh, kind of new is that there's a any scene in which you're not in like actively, uh, you can play NPC servant of one of the of uh, somebody who is active in the scene. Um, there's other stuff, but uh, do one of those. Let me see. So, Kala, you said you were interested in playing a citizen.
Well, I'm interested in a few of them now that I dive in a bit, because basically I'm pretty much already playing a collective and kind of a committee share on in another game that I'm in. So I'm looking at other two. The citizen stands out as like a cool thing. With the what was it called? The intelligence director.
Yeah.
Also seems interesting.
Yeah, I've been looking at them. Oh, sorry.
I was interested in the regional intelligence director myself.
Yeah, I'll take the citizen then.
Okay.
And
so
leave that one open.
I'm still dating between, like, because I was looking at them and I realized that really anything made sense except maybe committee chair. Because what I will be playing is a girl who's been raised by rabbits. So either they can share some kind of a hive mind, or they can be ninja rabbits and kick ass, or they could be, a rabbit spiring or whatever. So do you have a preference, Brad, of something you'd like to see in play, or something you think will work better in this thing? Or I could still play a citizen if you want two citizens again.
I think it's important to have at least one citizen, but given that that's already covered, I think whatever seems to fit best for you. I think that composition makes the most sense.
Sure.
But certainly battle rabbits could work.
Sure. We can play composition.
Okay. So you should be able to access those characters. There's a sheet.
The blank ones.
Yeah. If you don't want to go back and forth between bio and info and the character sheet to fill it out, I do have some templates you can work from near the bottom of the handouts.
Okay. So do you make duplicates of these that we added, or do we just use the blank ones?
Do we have to? Oh, sorry.
Please, if you could use the blank ones, they're set up as being duplicates of the templates.
Okay.
Do we have to pick from the list of eyes and whatnot?
You can come up with your own.
Okay.
So yeah, after look, faults are probably straightforward. It's just like you just pick one of them right now. And it's just like a personality weakness, and whenever you take an action that, or whenever you do something that plays into that fault, in a way that makes things more interesting or difficult, mark experience. And that happens immediately rather than just at the end of the session. By all means, please call it out for anytime you see somebody doing it. Definitely call it out so that they get the experience right then. I'll certainly try to remember as well, but
where do I write my fault on the character sheet?
I failed to. I sure did. I failed to provide a space for that. Crap.
I mean, I can just put it in notes.
Okay.
So with fault, could I choose the fault like savage, even though it's not on there?
Sure.
And I don't mean savage necessarily in the way of, tearing everything apart. I mean savage in the fact that she's like, it comes closer to tactless, I guess, if I'd had to pick one, where she just doesn't understand social rules and, doesn't care.
Mm-hmm.
She's just I don't know, there must be a better word for that, but basically, she's from the wild. She doesn't understand anything.
I mean, ignorant is a choice. Depends on how you want to frame it.
Yeah, maybe.
Uncivilized?
Uncivilized, that's the one.
Okay.
Let's see. Why can't I copy this? Whatever.
So is there anything confusing about choosing moves or
it says one of the options for my moves is immense budget. You have +2 starting rep but gain no fortune bonus for high rep. What is a fortune bonus and why would I want it, and why is missing it a drawback?
Okay. So rep is essentially resources. Fortune is is essentially like kind of karma. It plays in when you're making a roll that's like entirely based off of chance. It tends to come up when you're using the move check head mail, which is like essentially a circles roll.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes when acting under duress, which is sort of like acting under fire.
Okay, then I'm gonna go ahead and take that one and start my rep at 5.
So what exactly is meta society?
So the game will center around like a single solar system, but outside of the solar system of gameplay, there's a larger society of many worlds, and that's meta society.
Okay.
So it says that hold on, where is it? Yeah, moves. You get many buddies, one mind, and one other move. Does that mean that cooperative structure and multiple viewpoints are separate moves? Brad?
Yes. Cooperative structure and multiple viewpoints are definitely separate moves. And,
okay, so I get to pick one of those.
Yeah.
Okay.
I will make that clear in the template.
So there are moves, and it lists playbook moves and org moves. What are the difference and what moves go where?
Okay. So the playbook moves go are the ones you get with your playbook, and they go in the first column. The organization moves, everybody gets, and they are standardized. Like I have been meaning to input them all as by default rather than
like the basic moves. Okay,
yeah.
Gotcha.
So the move assess, what does it do?
It's like it's also the same as scan. It's scoping out the scene, reading a sitch.
I see.
So orgs have influence, control, and morale as stats. What do they influence?
So influence is how well you can affect other organizations and the sort of society around you. Control is how much you can how well you can resist the influence of others, and morale is sort of like organization hit points.
What was influence again?
That's how good your organization is at influencing others.
Okay.
What is an autarch and why would I want one?
They are in the rough caste system. They are the step between just like general denizens who don't necessarily know anything about outside society and full citizens.
Okay.
So they have more agency than like regular members of the population. which is both a upside and a downside.
Mm-hmm.
So, I'm seeing some conflicting information here. It says agency, choose surplus, and then 2 organizational descriptions from the list below. And then below that, it says note intelligence agencies do not start with any surpluses or needs.
Oops.
So, do I not choose a surplus and just choose the 2 organizational descriptors?
No, that's a screw up. Go ahead and choose the earlier version. They didn't.
I take it that wants and needs are the same thing.
That's why it's a playtest.
Thought it resolved that.
Indeed.
But thank you guys for finding these things.
Yeah, that's why we're here.
So, where did it say want rather than need?
It's in the citizen template under in the world. By default, your world has a surplus and a want. So I'm just gonna save this real quick. So
Where do I find the surpluses again that I can choose from?
there's a handouts folder.
Oh yeah, surplus and need.
All right. My org's description is bureaucratic anarchy.
Sweet.
Nice.
Does anybody know witty organization name for an organization of rabbits?
What is the name? What's like the collective noun for rabbits? I'm sure that there is one.
Oh yeah.
Is it? No, that's not it. I don't know.
It's not a fluffle.
Name
A warren.
Warren, yeah.
A husk.
Oh, maybe you gave me an idea, Kala. Maybe Cuniculus. That's the Latin name for rabbits.
I dig it.
Oh my god, I'm gonna take the surplus of party +2 to morale when active. Perfect. Because I took the 2 influence, 1 control, 2 morale. And I think this is perfect. Because, do I need to choose a need? Because
I mean, if it doesn't say that, then I would assume no.
okay.
Yeah, I think the intelligence director doesn't start off with the,
Bureaucratic anarchy.
yeah. So in
also,
resolving
my
that bureaucratic anarchy, choose one to be like the sort of the company line, and one to be the actual
bureaucratic
state of
is
things.
definitely the company line.
Okay.
Anarchy is the actual state of things.
Okay.
Yeah, I can also see that just being like unregulated business. It's just there are no rules for this. We just do what we want.
I mean, we say there are rules, but we never actually follow them.
Yeah, more guidelines than actual rules.
Yeah. Also, my fault is audacious.
Nice.
Okay. Yeah, I might pick a different one then. So I was also going to go for audacious. This is such a good.
It is a pretty good one.
Let's see. I'll see. Figure that my society is egalitarian republic, but my leader is they're also politically active nationalists, a lot of them. So that's fun.
Wait, does everybody get the world ruler move?
No.
Because in organization descriptors it speaks about like world ruler, right?
Not in mine.
Yeah, it shouldn't. I mean, everybody gets an organization, and those organizations have descriptors.
Hold on. But it says choose a total of 2 organization descriptors, and the organization descriptors I see have are, like in the composition character sheet, there are no, as far as I can tell, to choose from.
Oh, the organization descriptors are also in the handout.
Yeah, so but that handout talks about like oligarchy, blah blah blah, +1 to world ruler and manufacture consent regarding your populace.
Well, yes, and you would get the bonus to the manufacture consent basic move.
Okay, I see.
But,
that is a basic
without
move.
being a citizen yourself, then.
Okay, yeah. No, I get it. Okay, thank you.
So maybe I should change it to say if applicable.
Maybe I'm debauched. Yeah, I think I'm going to be debauched. Okay, so we're going to start with 4, +2, +2 morale. So yeah, I might go deep into the autarchs because I kind of like them as a thing. Delete the other ones for now. see, focus. See, Darius put my total rep in the stats in the box under stats.
Yes.
Okay. Should be
Okay. I am. I have a direct democracy, and I do communism. So there will be a lot of arguing in my organization.
Perfect.
Gotta love those communist rabbits.
You start a clock to add autocracy then?
Yes.
I see. Where are my organization stats? Oh, I see. So hold on. So scan is the assess thing.
Yes.
Okay, so I can add that bonus from multiple viewpoints there.
Absolutely.
I know that's +1 hold, so that shouldn't go there.
Oh yeah, it does list it as +1 hold rather than yeah.
Okay, and manufacturer consent has a -2, so I can put that in there. Oh, and there's the morale one. I see.
Aaron.
So tell me, what is the difference between influence and control?
So influence is how well your organization influences others. Control is how well you resist resist the influence of others.
I see.
Is there a stat for fortune? Because I keep seeing it listed a bunch of places.
It's derived. If your rep is above is 5 or above, and you don't take vast resources, then at +1, and then if it's crazy high, then it go to +2.
Okay. So I don't need to worry about it because I took vast resources, so I don't get any bonus to fortune.
So what this fortune? Is there like a box for it?
No.
There isn't a box for fortune.
Okay.
What do you guys think? Rapidly growing society of rabbits. Do they have an influence of +1, -1, or 0 over other societies?
I'd say probably -1 or 0.
Okay. I'm going to go for 0 then, because I want that sweet 5 morale. Although control +2 does make sense, because, you know, it's harder to infiltrate rabbits if you don't actually look like a rabbit.
Yeah.
A little bit. And with the communist angle, I could see I could see it being control over info. I could see either, really. I think.
Yeah, and I have a +1 morale anyway. So.
Okay, I'm seeing a bit of a problem with the sheet. I'm not sure what that comes from, but anything I put in the look boxes disappears when I close the sheet.
That's annoying.
As one of my potential holdings, I can have titular control of a nation on another inhabited planet. It can be the PC one with their permission. How would you feel about that, Kala?
That you have like a colony on my planet?
Yeah, that I have a rapidly growing that you have a rapidly growing rabbit problem on your planet.
Yeah, I could see that. I could even see that, like, maybe there's like a significant faction on the planet that keeps rabbits as pets.
Sure, totally.
So,
and we can argue about that.
Yeah.
So.
Why? So I got another question. I was moving the organizational moves over, and I noticed the format rebellion is listed as suave as the stat that's used, but that's your personal stat and not an organizational stat. And so it doesn't give me the option to use that in the dropdown.
Yeah, that would be a thing. Just I
can just leave it as NA and just type in my suave.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, and I will totally have a float of rabbit-sized. Oh, sorry.
And if you have a bonus to the suave, you can just force it in by using other mod.
That's what I did.
So on the look boxes deleting themselves each time, you can just jot that down as part of holdings or notes. You can like.
Yeah, I think what does it is that they don't have an attribute like in the character sheet, so their value isn't saved.
I just won't close my character sheet.
HTML
solved.
Wizardry there for you. Let's see.
I now have a float of rabbit-sized spaceships. I'm sure it won't be entirely annoying.
Like rabbit-sized like that, or like just sized appropriately for rabbits?
Yeah, sized appropriately for rabbits. Like,
okay.
I don't know, like a maybe a crew of 3 rabbits per rabbit spaceship.
So like smaller than a car.
Definitely. Smaller than your average desk, probably.
Is anybody ready to start doing bonds?
I think I almost am. Yeah, I think so. I've got my 3 holdings.
Yeah, I'm basically just copying over stuff.
I think I am done. Let's see. Organization descriptors. I don't have any organization moves as far as I can tell.
You could well, you have access to all of them.
They're just not on your character sheet yet.
Yeah.
Let's see.
you can wait to fill them in when you're actually using the move, or start doing it now. But let's go ahead and do your first bond.
Sure.
So yeah, you pick one from the list, and then whichever PC you have the bond with will get a choice in it.
I'm not sure. I'm either thinking about the diplomatic incident or that somebody has something that I covet. Anybody have any preferences or any ideas? Of either, yeah, sorry. Either there's been a recent diplomatic incident between my organization and that of another PC, or
I mean, if you're chilling out on Kala's planet, that one makes a lot of sense between you two.
Yeah, I think the whole rabbits as pets movement was like, yeah.
Oh yeah, totally. I can see that.
Like you could just own us, please. We're individuals.
Yeah, I was just my first thought was just like coveting land, but I think the diplomatic incident is more interesting for sure.
Yeah. Okay. So, Kala, you get to decide what the fallout was. So the incident was. What did we do to show? I think. I think we mass dug up the gardens in some settlement or something along those lines of yours to show how angry we are at the whole pets thing. So we sent an army of rabbits to dig out all your vegetables and leave rabbit poop on your front porches and stuff like that. So you get to decide what the fallout of that was.
Okay, so are there options, or do you pick?
No, it just says I tell you what the cause of the incident was, and they decide what the fallout was. So whether you increased the rabbit regulation stuff or whatever you guys did.
Yeah, well, I think probably what happened is that we start to consider the rabbits a pest more so than a pet.
Oh dear.
Yeah. It's more like the people that keep raccoons as pets for some reason.
I see. Okay.
Yeah. So you're vermin, basically.
Yikes.
Sweet.
I've always wanted to be vermin.
Is anybody else ready to do a bond?
I want to do a bond, but I think because there's only 3 of us, I have to initiate a bond with Hasa because of the way it goes around.
Yeah, and then Kala has a bond with you, I think so.
Yeah.
Everybody should have a bond on one or the other with.
So basically, if I pick a bond with Kala, then Hasa or me would have to pick one with each other.
Yes.
Yeah, and then
Kala wouldn't be able to
anybody.
Initiate a bond with anybody.
Yeah, so it makes most sense if you pick a bond with me, I think.
Okay, so I really like, since I am an intelligence agency. I've gathered intel that indicates that one of the other PC's organization has been infiltrated by unsavory elements. This is funny because you're all rabbits, so it's difficult to do that.
Yeah, but not impossible, because you can inhabit like animal bodies in this society, or not society, this setting.
So I choose the affiliation of the infiltrator, and then you choose whether or not it is accurate. If it is accurate, you gain an XP. So
I mean,
like
of course it is accurate.
Of course it's accurate. Some kind of shape-shifting sneakers. They need a nefarious name.
The damn weasels.
The morphologists. That's their name now.
Morphologists.
Damn
those morphologists.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let's see, and then I need to pick a bond. So let's see. I think another PC used to be close to me, but isn't anymore. And yeah, I think that would have to be yours, Kelsa.
Yeah.
How it works out. So you tell me what our connection was like, and I get to say how it ended.
Can you describe your character for me?
Sure. Let's see. I'll be playing Benedict Kane, planetary governor of this. And what I just realized is that it's pretty much a transhumanized version of Charlie Sheen. What I'll be going for.
Okay.
So he might have like actual tiger blood.
Sure.
Just playing up yes. Imagine if someone gave him power over it and that kind of thing, and like that thing was a planet.
Okay.
So.
Yeah. I mean, I think we're ex-lovers.
Yeah.
I think it's pretty obvious. Just so you know, I am playing Kennedy, who is ambiguous humanoid with cybernetic eyes and avant-garde clothing. They dress in shocking fashion that still does not specify their gender.
Yeah, and I think probably
once it was literally just a potato sack.
Yeah, and I think to get a picture of how Benedict dresses, because I think that's probably the most extravagant part of him. He wears mostly imagine like thick plastic sheets, but they have video feeds in them, and they're all of him.
Oh, God.
It's just live broadcasts of where it's interviews and talk shows, and one of them is just him looking at you in a very sensual fashion. It's on his butt.
Of course it's on his butt.
Oh no, I lost all my organization descriptors and stuff.
Oh gosh, mine too. Oh, everything's gone. You didn't need that gender.
I lost my gender.
My gender, my body, my eyes, my clothes, my organization descriptors, and my holdings.
Oh, okay. Sorry, my first attempt at a character sheet.
No worries.
No worries.
We've all been there.
I mean, it's not bad, all things considered. It could be better. That's all. It's got a lot of really good stuff on it.
Shared planet with Benedict.
Yeah, I think how our relationship ended is that you came to your senses. You realized that this man is just destructive.
Yeah, I think like we got together on a whim, and
just like a blind date. I know this guy; he's perfect for you.
Okay.
This person you're not friends with anymore.
Yeah.
Like, what were you thinking?
Perfect.
Okay, well, other than the loss of that information, awesome.
Scree the human.
Yeah, human and rabbit, human.
So I think we may be ready to do the play start stuff, and then I guess we'll take a break and then actually start playing. Before we jump in, you all get or need to pick a common known threat. This can be incursion by the Lords of the Outer Dark, which are Lovecraftian entities. A corporate power grab, where some corporation is trying to take over everything. Or
that sounds horrible.
Yeah. Dystopian, nightmarish. Or it can be PvP. If you choose either incursion or corporate power grab, I get to make a lot more moves. I'll make one in addition to in reaction to failed rolls. It'll be I'll make one between every scene. If it's PvP, I only make an extra one essentially every 3 scenes.
I don't mind either way. Does anybody have any preferences?
I don't really care.
I could also go either way.
Do you have a preference, Brad?
You have one you haven't tried yet? Like one you would like to give another shot?
I've tried all 3. I don't know. PvP always works really well in this game. But it has been a while since I've done one that's incursion by the Lords of the Outer Dark.
Yeah.
Well, okay.
Do that one.
Why don't we pick? Why don't you each pick a personal scenario, and based off of that, let's see if that informs it.
What?
Sure.
Okay. Is there like a list of the choices, or can you repeat them for me again?
There is a list under. Although it doesn't have a lot of details, under threats in the handouts. And that also lists the personal scenario.
Okay. Yeah, I could see a post-human cult with the morphologists, with like them being a thing, like some sort of organization that just like wants to move on from being human and just want to do something else. Like they've infiltrated this rabbit population as an attempt to like escape humanity. But
Okay.
I don't think that's probably not one for me, but I could see that like fitting into what we've been talking about.
Well, it could be because they are on your planet just
secretly.
As well as rabbits.
I like espionage for special circumstances.
Okay.
Obviously, whoever these morphologists are, I need to keep an eye on them.
Okay, and I think for Benedicta, I want to do a hacker vendetta.
Okay.
This is sort of cyber criminal. Has that for me.
Something I'm thinking about is either if we go the incursion of the Lords of the Outer Dark route, then these morphologists could have something to do with the Lords of the Outer Dark. You know, that's maybe where they get their morphing powers. And they're a threat to not just the rabbits, but all of us. Or alternatively, maybe they're just starting with the rabbits because that's a good place to start because they're small and they can get everywhere. Alternatively, we could make that a PvP thing where maybe Benedict Kane is working with the morphologists to get me the fuck off his planet.
Yeah, or maybe it's... Yeah, I like that. I like maybe I set up the morphologists to like try to tame the rabbits at first. Like I want you to just get inside their bodies and make them stop doing what they're doing. But then they just kind of like went off and did their own thing. And yeah, okay, yeah, I guess you're doing your thing. Like I hope this doesn't go too crazily. And it turns out that it did. Now they just took this huge thing.
So, what are you leaning towards? That more as a Lords of the Outer Dark thing, or more as a PC versus PC thing?
I could see that being maybe more like Lords of the Outer Dark. That they've aligned themselves with some outer cosmic force.
I see. Yeah.
And they think that this is like a better way to be.
Okay. So sure. Let's do Lords of the Outer Dark.
Sure.
And what did you settle on your first personal scenario?
You're asking me?
Yes.
I'm not sure. I mean, the cultist thing would make sense, of course. But I'm also thinking something maybe to do with my expansion.
Are you
or
breaking a barbaric world?
Something like that. Like, yeah. Can I? Yeah, I want equal rights for rabbits. Can I put that under liberate barbaric world kind of thing?
Sure.
Where I want equal rights and preferably my own planet, because this Benedict dude is just becoming more and more of a nuisance, and I can't live with this guy on one planet. You know.
I mean, I couldn't live with him either.
I couldn't.
I know, right?
So, that's interesting. in that Benedict's government is like uh, egalitarian and right?
Yeah, for humans.
Yeah, for humans.
I mean, everybody needs a common enemy, right?
Mm-hmm.
See, I think. Let's see it.
Yeah, and something that you can potentially play into, Brad. My rabbits are they're very nervous and they're very chaotic. They're all very happy little creatures and all very positive and everything, but trying to get them to agree on one thing is a hassle, and they get scared from like anything.
Yeah, they tend to be anxious, right?
Yes, anxious is the one.
So yeah, if we're doing incursion by Lords of the Outer Dark, if you could all pick a second personal scenario.
A second one. Oh dear.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think. Let's see. Benedict probably considers probably not the extinction of the rabbits, but like the deportation of rabbits as a disruptive major project.
Okay.
I mean, you can
we've made this nice moon for you. Can you just go live over there? You just get all of you over there, like far away from here.
And I'm guessing that is not the kind of moon that we want to agree to live on.
I mean, you haven't so far.
It's not.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm imagining that it's just, it doesn't provide the kind of resources. Actually, no. I know what we want to do. We want to get you guys to move to.
Of course you do.
Yeah, come on. I mean, the moon is completely barren. It's fine.
I mean, they set up like air domes and everything so that we can breathe. That's nice of them, I suppose.
Yeah, and those totally work.
Of course they do.
Totally work. Oh man, that doesn't make me scared in the slightest.
I mean, my second personal scenario is, of course, the post-human cult because
Okay. As those morphologists.
Yeah.
I mean, I think I'm down with the morphologists being. I mean, I'm there to spy on the morphologists, and maybe I'm there to disrupt a major project. I don't want. I don't want either of us
to go to the moon.
I don't want Benedict to get. I don't want Benedict to get his way.
Okay.
So you're okay with me sending the humans to the moon?
Fuck them. I mean, wait, is Benedict one of them? Because as long as he's going to the moon, I'm okay.
Yeah, that's the idea.
We're
Sure.
going to the moon.
Straight.
I mean, are you actually human, Benedict?
I mean, that's up for debate.
Okay.
Kennedy would probably say no.
What does your population exist of? Humans or?
I think they're talking mostly humans and like synthetic individuals. I think most of them have been genetically modified in some way. Like everyone more or less has their own. I don't want to say species, but like they've modified themselves to a certain extent.
I mean, are you actually human, Benedict? What is your planet called?
I mean, that's
what is my planet called? This is a very good question.
Kennedy would probably say no.
Because I want to, what does your population exist for the rabbits? Humans or where is the planet, of course?
Talking mostly humans and like, there's individuals.
Some kerfuffling going on with the stream.
Sorry about that.
No.
It'll be fine now.
See,
Next
planet
again.
namemulators.
Somebody's lovely.
Okay, so in picking a name, you can also pick pick where your planet is in the little solar system graphic.
See, okay. I like this. We'll type it out in the chat. But the planet's called Atriaria.
Sweet. Atriaria for the rabbits. And how about we call the moon the grey moon?
Sure.
Sounds sufficiently desolate.
Yeah, I think it probably has like an official designation, but it's
Probably.
like Atriaria 6B.
Yeah.
And I just realized that I had the wrong graphic up from your perspective. From the correct one to the stream, but no. Okay. So which of these planets is Astriaria? I'm thinking it's probably one of the two in the second band, since the outer ones are already moons of gas giants.
Yeah, this one is probably Atriaria.
Okay.
And maybe this is the grey moon, since it seems, grey.
I mean, it could also be this one.
I mean, that's way too big to be pleasant, right? And it looks like it even has water and everything.
Also, hashtag phrasing, but yeah, but I was thinking that it would be like at least part of the same system that would be called like a moon. It's not like a
Sure. I mean, we can just specify that there's a gray moon circling Atriaria itself.
Maybe it's just too small to show up on the map.
Yeah.
Yeah, this happens to be behind the planet.
Oh, it's behind the planet. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
There we go. What did you say? Atriaria 6B?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna grab a moon real quick.
Quick, grab the moon.
Hopefully quickly. Anyway.
I mean, we can also say that it's behind Atriaria. That's an interesting idea as well. It's there. It's just hidden from view.
Yeah, just get into this rocket and it'll take you to the moon. No worries.
I have a stealth ship. It's in orbit.
Oh yeah, what are the environmental hazards or descriptors or whatever on Atriaria?
Yeah, I think
What did you pick?
the only one I picked, I think, was harsh storms.
I see. Well, that should be fine for rabbits. They can just dig holes and hide.
Back to the Warren.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think it's just like intense rain most of the time. You get that. But
yeah, I suppose then the holes must have drainage systems.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think it's intense rain, and the storms are like blue thunder.
Fair enough.
Blue lightning, rather.
Yeah. Okay.
It's very hard to call it thunder.
That'd be interesting, though.
Definitely. And totally possible in a setting like this. Yeah, so I think like maybe there's some kind of like relationship on the world where the rabbits like have these drainage systems from their holes, and that is used to collect water in underground reservoirs that the humans use. Would that work for you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I dig it.
Cool. Literally?
I don't dig it.
Well,
Somebody
you can
does.
dig it.
And
All
we
right.
can dig it.
So let's take a little break, and then when we come back, we'll jump into some play.
Sweet.
Cool.